Her lips tasted like honey and sin. Chukwuemeka groaned as Minacio kissed him deeper. Her body pressed against his in the dim light of... Where were they? It didn't matter. Nothing mattered except her mouth on his. Her hands sliding under his shirt, nails dragging across his skin. My turn. Another voice. Softer. Hungrier. G1. She appeared behind him, her breath hot against his neck, her hands wrapping around his waist from behind. You're ours, she whispered, biting his earlobe gently. Minacio pulled back just enough to smirk at him, her lips swollen, eyes dark with want. All ours, she confirmed. Then they switched. G1 spun him around, claiming his mouth with a kiss that made his knees weak. Her tongue was demanding, exploring, tasting him like he was her last meal. Minacio's hands slid up his back, under his shirt, her nails leaving trails of fire. God! He gasped when G1 finally released his mouth. What are you doing to me? Everything, Minacio purred in his ear. They pushed him backward. He fell onto something soft. A bed? A couch? He didn't know, didn't care. Minacio straddled him, grinding down slowly, deliberately, her dress riding up her thighs. You want this? She asked, her hands on his chest. Yes. Say it properly, G1 commanded, climbing onto the bed beside them, her hand sliding up his thigh. Tell us what you want. I want you. Both of you. I want. Minacio kissed him silent, swallowing his words, her hips moving in a rhythm that made him lose his mind. G1's mouth found his neck, sucking, biting, marking him. You're so beautiful when you're desperate, she whispered against his skin. Minacio broke the kiss, pulling her dress over her head in one smooth motion. He couldn't breathe, couldn't think. She leaned down, her hair falling around them like a curtain, her lips brushing his. Touch me, she commanded. His hands moved to her waist, sliding up, exploring. G1 stripped beside them, her own dress disappearing. Touch me too, she demanded, guiding his hand to her. He was drowning, burning, lost between them. Minacio's mouth moved down his neck, his chest, lower. G1 kissed him deep, her tongue dancing with his while her hands worked his belt. We're going to ruin you, Minacio promised, her voice muffled against his stomach. Please, he begged. They laughed, low, dark, knowing. Since you asked so nicely, G1 whispered. Minacio's mouth went lower. G1's hands followed. He arched off the bed, groaning their names. That's it, Minacio encouraged. Let go. Give us everything. Everything, G1 echoed, her lips on his neck, his jaw, his mouth. The pleasure built. Higher. Hotter.
Impossible.
We know, they said together. The world exploded. White. Blinding. Perfect. Chukwuemeka jolted awake. His alarm was screaming.
6 Uhr AM.
He was in his apartment. His small, empty apartment in Seoul. Alone. His heart hammered against his ribs. His skin was slick with sweat. His sheets were tangled around his legs. And he was achingly, embarrassingly hard. Jesus Christ, he muttered, running his hands over his face. It was a dream, just a dream, but it felt so real. He could still taste Minacio's lips, still feel G1's hands on his skin, still hear their voices in his ear. Get it together, he told himself, throwing off the covers. He stumbled to the bathroom, turned the shower to cold, and stepped under the spray. It didn't help, because all he could think about was them, his bosses, the 2 women he worked for at Park Kong Industries, the 2 women who were completely, utterly off-limits. Minacio Park, CEO of Park Industries, elegant, powerful, terrifying in the best way. Ji-won Kong, CEO of Kong Enterprises, confident, sharp, dangerous, and for the past 3 months he'd been working directly under both of them. Professional, respectful, appropriate, except in his dreams. In his dreams, they were anything but appropriate. He dried off, got dressed, made coffee he didn't taste. His phone buzzed. A message from Minacio's assistant. Ms. Park needs you to deliver the Singapore report directly to her office.
9 a.m. sharp.
Don't be late. His stomach flipped. He'd be alone in her office. With her. After that dream. Professional, he reminded himself. You're a professional. This is just a job. They're just your bosses. Nothing more. But as he grabbed the file and headed out the door, he couldn't shake the feeling. The dream felt like a premonition, like something was about to change. He had no idea how right he was. He knocked twice. No answer. The door was slightly ajar. He pushed it open. Ms. Park, I have the words died. Minacio was sitting on her desk, skirt hiked up. Ji-won stood between her legs, one hand on her thigh, the other cupping her face. They were kissing, consuming each other. Minacio's fingers tangled in Ji-won's hair. Ji-won's hand slid higher, possessive and deliberate. Chukwuemeka's brain short-circuited. The file slipped from his hand, hitting the floor. They broke apart. Both turned to look at him. Minacio smiled. Chukwu, right on time. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Relax, Ji-won said, not moving. You're not in trouble. I should go. Close the door, Minacio commanded softly. He froze. His hand moved on its own, pushing the door shut. The lock clicked. Ji-won finally stepped back from Minacio, but her hand lingered on Minacio's thigh. You look terrified, Ji-won observed. I just didn't expect to catch us. Minacio slid off the desk. That's fair. I won't tell anyone. Come here, Ji-won interrupted. What?
Come.
Here. His legs moved before his brain caught up. Minacio tilted her head, studying him. You've been working for us for 3 months now. Yes, ma'am. And we've been watching you, Ji-won said, circling behind him. His throat went dry. The way you work, the way you think, the way you look when you're concentrating, Minacio said, moving closer. I don't understand. Don't you? Minacio stopped right in front of him. You saw us together. And instead of running, her eyes dropped to his clenched hands. You're still here. Because you told me to close the door. You could have refused, Ji-won murmured from behind. Her breath was warm against his neck. But you didn't. What do you want from me? We want to know if you felt it too. Minacio's hand came up, straightening his tie. Felt what? This. Ji-won's hands settled on his shoulders. The pull. Every time we're in the same room. I work for you. I can't. Can't admit you're attracted to us? Minacio challenged. Both of us, Ji-won added. He swallowed hard. This is inappropriate. We make the rules, Minacio reminded him. We own this company. Answer the question. Chukwu. Ji-won's hands slid down his arms. Are you attracted to us? Yes, he breathed. God help me, yes. Minacio's smile was devastating. Good. Then she kissed him. Soft at first. Testing. Her lips moved against his like a question. When she pulled back, Ji-won turned him around. My turn. Her kiss was hungrier, more demanding. His hands finally moved, one landing on her waist, the other tangling in her hair. She made a sound that shot straight through him. When they broke apart, he was gasping. Minacio pressed against his back, her arms sliding around his waist. This is us deciding we want you. Both of us, Ji-won confirmed. You're together. Best friends, Ji-won said, who happen to love each other. But we're not exclusive, Minacio murmured against his shoulder. Until we met you. This is insane. Do you want us? Minacio asked. Both of you. Both of us. Yes. Ji-won's smile was wicked. Then stop thinking. 20 minutes later, they were tangled on the couch, Ji-won straddling his lap, Minacio's lips on his neck. We need to stop, he gasped. Before someone. The door's locked, Minacio reminded him. This is still a terrible idea. The best ones usually are, Ji-won murmured, grinding against him. Minacio's hand slid under his shirt. Tell us to stop. He couldn't. That's what I thought, she whispered. An hour later, he was sprawled on the couch, shirt untucked, tie gone, lipstick marks on his neck. They were curled on either side of him. "This can't happen again," he said weakly. "Liar," Ji-won accused. "Come home with us tonight," Min-seo said. "We need to talk. Both of you. Both of us." That night, Min-seo's penthouse. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Art worth fortunes. "Drink," Ji-won offered, pouring whiskey. "I definitely need one." They sat on either side of him. "We need to be honest," Min-seo started. "Ji-won and I have known each other since childhood. Our families have been rivals for 3 generations. But we became friends," Ji-won continued. "Best friends. And somewhere along the way," Min-seo said softly, "we fell in love. And we've never wanted anyone else," Ji-won added. "Until you." "Why me?" "Because you're brilliant," Min-seo said. "Because you see us as people, not just our titles. Because when you walk into a room," Ji-won murmured, "we both feel it. So what are you asking?" "We're asking you to be with us," Min-seo said. "Both of us. Officially. People don't do that." "Some people do," Ji-won countered. "The brave ones. I need time to think." "We know," Ji-won said gently. "And in the meantime?" he asked. Ji-won's smile was dangerous. "In the meantime, we'd very much like to take you to bed." "Both of you." "Both of us," Min-seo confirmed, offering her hand. He took it. The next morning, he woke up between them, sunlight streaming through windows. Ji-won was asleep on his chest. Min-seo was awake, watching him. "Morning," she whispered. "Did last night really happen?" She kissed him. Slow, deep. Ji-won stirred, eyes opening. "Are you two starting without me?" "Never," Min-seo said, pulling her into the kiss. Week 2. Min-seo's office at lunch, door locked, her pressed against the window. "Someone could see," he gasped. "Let them," she breathed. Ji-won's car in the underground garage, windows fogged, her hands everywhere. "We have a meeting in 15 minutes. Then you better hurry," she challenged. Late nights at the penthouse, all 3 of them tangled together. "This is addictive," he admitted. "Good," Min-seo murmured. "We want you addicted. Want you to never leave," Ji-won added. "I don't think I could if I tried." "Don't try," they said together. Week 3. "We need to tell you something," Min-seo said. One night at Ji-won's apartment. "We weren't supposed to fall in love with you," Ji-won said quietly. His heart stopped. "What?" "This was supposed to be simple," Min-seo continued. "But it's not anymore. Because we're in love with you," Min-seo said. "Completely. Both of us," Ji-won added. He couldn't breathe. "I'm completely in love with both of you too." Min-seo's eyes filled with tears. Ji-won kissed him, soft and desperate. "Then we need to make this official," Min-seo said. "Official how?" "Marry us," Ji-won said simply. He laughed. "You're insane." "We're serious," Min-seo said. Ji-won returned with documents. A partnership agreement. Equal ownership. Full authority. Complete protection. "And binds us together," Ji-won added. "Legally. Permanently. Why would you do this?" "Our families have been at war for 3 generations," Min-seo said. "We want peace. Unity. And you think I'm the answer?" "We think," Min-seo said carefully, "that having someone we both love, someone strong enough to bridge both families, could change everything. And eventually," Min-seo added softly, "the father of our children." His world tilted. "Children. We want a future, Chukwu," Ji-won said. "A real one. With you. This will never work." "Maybe not," Min-seo admitted. "People will hate us." "Probably. Then why risk it?" Min-seo took his hand. "Because I've never been this happy." Ji-won took his other hand. "Because you make us whole." "Because we love you," they said together. He stared at the contract. "Where do I sign?" Week 4. The contract sat signed on Minasio's desk. They celebrated the only way they knew how. Ji-won's apartment. Candles everywhere. Wine forgotten. Come here, Minasio commanded from the bedroom doorway, wearing nothing but silk. Chukwuemeka's mouth went dry. Ji-won appeared behind him, her hands sliding up his chest, unbuttoning his shirt slowly. We want to show you something, she whispered against his ear. What? How much we love you, Minasio said, walking toward him. They undressed him together. Slow, deliberate, worshipful. Every touch was a promise. Every kiss was a claim. When they finally pulled him to the bed, he surrendered completely. Minasio kissed him deep while Ji-won's mouth explored his neck, his chest, lower. You're ours now, Minasio breathed against his lips. Completely ours, Ji-won added, her hands possessive on his thighs. He gasped as they worked together, learning every inch of him, making him fall apart. I love you, he groaned. Both of you, so much. Show us, Minasio demanded, pulling him over her. He did. God, he did. Later, Ji-won pulled him to her, and he loved her just as thoroughly. They took turns. Hours blurred. Boundaries disappeared. When morning came, they were tangled together, exhausted and complete. 2 months later, the office was theirs now. Chukwuemeka had an office between theirs, connected doors on both sides. Minasio came through hers during lunch, locking it behind her. Busy? She asked, though she didn't care. Never too busy for you. She straddled him in his chair, dress riding up. Good answer. Her kiss was fire, demanding, claiming. His hands gripped her hips as she moved against him. Someone could walk in, he managed. Let them see who you belong to, she whispered, grinding down. He groaned, pulling her closer, losing himself in her. 20 minutes later, she left through his door, perfectly composed. 5 minutes after that, Ji-won entered from her side. My turn, she announced, locking the door. You two are going to kill me. What a way to go, she teased, dropping to her knees in front of his chair. Ji-won. Shoo, let me love you. She did, thoroughly. When she finally stood, kissing him deep so he could taste himself on her lips, he was wrecked. I love you, he breathed. I know, she smiled. Now get back to work. We have a reputation to maintain. That night, Minasio's penthouse. They cooked together or tried to. Flower fights turned into kissing against the counter. Ji-won's sauce on her cheek that Minasio licked off. Chukwuemeka watching them kiss, never getting tired of seeing them together. Come here, Minasio commanded, pulling him into the kiss. 3 mouths, 6 hands, 0 food getting made. They ended up on the kitchen floor, takeout forgotten, loving each other until the sun came up. 3 months in, they were at Ji-won's place movie night, except no one was watching the movie. Chukwuemeka was stretched on the couch. Minasio was curled into his side, her hand under his shirt. Ji-won had her head on his lap, looking up at him with those eyes. I want you, she said simply. You have me. I want you now. Minasio laughed. Always so impatient. You're one to talk, Ji-won shot back. Ladies. They both looked at him. Take us to bed, Minasio said. Both of you. Always both of us, Ji-won confirmed. He did, and they showed him, again, what it meant to be loved by 2 women who wanted nothing more than to make him theirs. For months in, morning in bed, lazy, perfect, Minasio traced patterns on his chest. I need to tell you something, she said softly. What? She took his hand, placed it on her stomach.
I'm pregnant.
Time stopped. You're... what? Pregnant. 8 weeks. Ji-won gasped, sitting up. Minasio. Are you sure? He asked, voice shaking. Positive. He pulled her into his arms, kissing her face, her neck, her lips. We're having a baby, he whispered. We are, she confirmed, tears streaming. Ji-won wrapped around them both. This is everything. They celebrated that night the way they always did. Slow, reverent, worshipful. Chukwuemeka kissed Minasio's still flat stomach, then moved up her body, making love to her like she was precious. Because she was. Ji-won watched, touching herself, then pulled him to her after. Love me too, she whispered. Always. 2 weeks later. I have news too, Ji-won said at breakfast. Minasio looked up. What news?
I'm pregnant.
The coffee cup hit the floor. You're what? Pregnant. 6 weeks. Chukwuemeka sat down hard. Both of you? Both of us? They confirmed, grinning at each other. He started laughing. Couldn't stop. 2 babies. 2 babies, they agreed. I'm going to have 2 pregnant wives. Partners, Minasio corrected. But yes, Ji-won moved to his lap. Still want us. More than ever. He kissed her deep, then reached for Minasio, pulling her close. I love you both so much. We love you too, they said together. 6 months later, both of them were showing now. Beautiful, glowing. Chukwuemeka couldn't keep his hands off them. He'd kiss Minasio's belly, then Ji-won's. Make love to them gently, carefully, reverently. You're so beautiful, he'd whisper, moving inside Minasio while Ji-won watched, touching herself. Your turn, Minasio would say after, and he'd love Ji-won just as thoroughly. They were insatiable, all 3 of them. Growing life didn't stop desire. If anything, it made everything more intense, more real, more perfect. 7 months in. We need to tell people, Minasio said one night. They were in bed, naked and tangled. Tell them what? Everything, Ji-won said. About us. The babies. All of it. When? Soon, Minasio decided. I'm ready, he said. I want the world to know you're mine. We're yours, they corrected. And you're ours, Ji-won added, kissing him. Minasio joined the kiss, and soon they were lost in each other again. 8 months pregnant. Both of them. Chukwuemeka had never been more attracted to them. The way they moved, the glow, the fullness. I want you, he'd say every night, and they'd laugh and pull him close. You can't get us more pregnant, Ji-won would tease. Doesn't mean I'll stop trying. And he'd make love to them both, gentle and deep, worshipping their changing bodies. You're perfect, he'd whisper. Both of you, so perfect. The babies came. Minasio's daughter first. Amara. Ji-won's daughter 2 weeks later. Zuri. Chukwuemeka held both of them, one in each arm, and cried. They're perfect, he whispered. They're ours, Minasio said from her bed. Our family, Ji-won added from across the room. 1 year later, the penthouse was chaos. Toys everywhere. Baby laughter. Chukwuemeka sat on the floor, Amara in his lap, Zuri crawling nearby. Minasio and Ji-won watched from the couch. We did it, Ji-won said softly. We're doing it, Minasio corrected. That night, after the babies were asleep, they made love quietly, carefully, reconnecting after months of chaos. I missed this, Minasio breathed as he moved inside her. Missed you, Ji-won added, kissing them both. They took their time, relearning each other, falling in love all over again. When morning came, tangled together in sheets, Chukwuemeka smiled. Forever sounds perfect, he whispered. Forever, they agreed. If you enjoyed this story of unconventional love, hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment telling us what you think. And remember, love doesn't follow rules.